Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have that Conference League third round qualifying tie against Olympia Ljubljana. The Slovenian side have won some cups over the last few years, so I don't think they're going to be too much of a pushover. Having looked at their squad, it is quite large and they have got some good players in and amongst it, so we are going to have to be on point. And the ideal situation is we get a good result in this home leg to take into the away leg. The fourth round draw has already been done, and if we were to get through, we would face either Polish or Turkish opposition in the shape of Lech Poznan or Başakşehir. So, in relation to the fourth qualifying round, providing we get through against Olympia, it could be a very tough tie for us. And it's all to play for. If we can make it into the group stage, it would be fantastic. But that game against Lech Poznan or Başakşehir, I'm under no illusions. As I say, it could be a tough ask. So going into these games today, obviously we're hoping we can get through. We need a good start in this home leg. There's been no fresh transfer news in or out. We are still trying to sort a few bits and pieces out in terms of outgoings to potentially have someone come in. But other than that, everything is as was. We are rotating one or two players in the side. Diamande is going to get a start today. He's only suitable for 45 minutes, really. We'll try and push him on a little bit more. And Ile Yuan is going to come into the side as well. Again, 45 minutes he is able to play. Again, we'll try and push it on a little bit, and we'll see how they get on today. So we've got Phillips in goal, Hickling, Diop, Morrison and Lucero at the back, Levitt, Diamande and Gunn in midfield with Yuan, Lane and Mullen as the front three. Obviously, we're under a bit of an obligation to play Lewis Mullen at the moment with the fact that City sent him back to us on loan for free, basically. We are under an obligation to play him quite regularly. But with the likes of Aguado and Vasquez, I do want to be bringing them into the side a little bit more regularly. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have Mullen in the side. He was a very important goal scorer for us last year. But we need to be looking to the future a little bit as well. It was a no-brainer to bring him in on loan and not have anything to pay for him. It's just going to be a case of trying to work around it as we go through the campaign. Hickling here into Diamande, back to Hickling. Diamande now into Johan, plays it into Mullen, who gets onto it. And again, it's not the best of strikes. And it takes a deflection off the defender and it's out for a corner. Paddy Lane to take, whips it in toward that far post. Morrison is there trying to win the header. Mohamed Begovic managing to get the clearance. And it remains 0-0. But a positive start from us, having the majority of possession. Just the one attempt at goal so far. And again, we just need to grow into the game a little bit. And hopefully we can find a way of getting through it. So, again, not really too sure which way it's going to go. We're having a lot of attempts at goal, nothing concrete, nothing on target at the moment. But Olympia not having a single attempt at goal in this opening half an hour. It's Diamande with a lovely pass into Lewis Mullen, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper, who incidentally I did have another look at. As well as I went through their squad, he is quite a good goalkeeper. So we are going to have to be on point if we're to get the better of them here today. But 8 attempts at goal now, 2 shots on target. We are very much the dominant side, but nothing to show for it so far. Gunn here with a free kick. Plays it across to Paddy Lane, who plays it in to Eli Yuan, and it is 1-0. I don't think there's any offside involved, and we take a deserved lead here in this home leg against Olympia. And hopefully this will continue as the game goes on. It was a very well-worked free kick, and they just didn't pick up Paddy Lane at all on the edge of the penalty area, and Yuan managing to find the space. Incidentally, it was a tight offside, and he was just played on, by the looks of things, by one of the defenders. I don't know who it was that was offside, but one of our players had wandered a little bit. But at half-time, we go in with an advantage. Olympia just with an attempt at goal right at the very end there, but it wasn't on target, so nothing really to worry about so far. And hopefully, like I say, we can build on it. Diamande and Johan fit enough for 45 minutes, but they're not doing too bad. They're continuing to play on, and in terms of fitness, they're looking pretty reasonable at the moment. And Lane here with winning that header. Mohamed Begovic lays it back to the keeper, Pinto. And Ristic is under pressure there, but he did well to maintain possession for Olympia. Morrison wins that header. Kovacevic picks it up, though. It's a good run from Kovacevic. He's not under too much pressure. Yuan in the end, having to make the tackle and finding Hickling. Just plays it inside to Diop now. Holding on to possession. We're just waiting to find those little bits of space just to develop our passing game here as Lucero now comes down this right-hand side. He goes past one. He's under pressure from a second player now. Lays it back into Gunn and now Lane into Dylan Levitt. Over the top, Lucero finding the space, manages to get it across, and in the end it was comfortably cleared by the defence. Mullen did attack that near post but couldn't get there first. That's a point. I did mention Pinto's name before, Vidovsek, with an injury, the goalkeeper for Olympia. Pinto came on for him, and again, we're completely dominant here, but not really making the most of our chances. 12 attempts at goal. We've had now 5 shots on target. And as I mentioned before, it took till the very last minute for us to take our chances against Ross County in yesterday's episode. So we've got to be wary. Johan is going to come off here and Albanese can come on for him. Paddy Lane is going to come off and we'll give Dean Martin a run out on that right-hand side. And again, one thing I am liking at the moment is we've got that versatility in our players as well. We've got players that can play a multitude of positions, and it's certainly going to work out well for us. We're going to get Nathan Summers on in central midfield as well. And, I mean, to be fair, the back four and everything are looking pretty reasonable. Dylan Levitt's had a poor game, but it's not exactly his strongest position. We'll leave it there for now, and we'll see if anything more can come from us out of this game. But we certainly deserve more goals today. But we asked for a home advantage to take into the away leg. And as things stand, that's what we're doing. And that is exactly what the target was at the start of this match. And again, we'll just pause there for a moment. Olympia in possession. But we have got a couple of players struggling, again, fitness-wise. Gunn being one of them. But I'm looking at the defence there. Lucero has had a really good game today, but we'll take him off. And Max Johnston can have a run out at right back. And we'll also get Stephen Welsh on. He's got the experience. He can come on for Morrison, who, again, he's had a good game this time playing at centre-back. But we need to maintain that experience in the back line going into the last part of this match. And Toplak trying to come down this left-hand side. Lucero did really well and finds Dylan Levitt. And now Summers back to Phillips and now Morrison. Again, we just got to be a little bit careful. We're not exactly in the ideal territory position at the moment. As Hickling coming down this left-hand side. That's a nice pass into Albanese. And Gunn just gets there ahead of Agba. Has support ahead of him if he can find it, but plays it out wide to Lechero. Can he get it into the penalty area? Not really, but he's found Nathan Summers. And it's a good strike, and Pinto could only parry it out for a corner. It remains 1-0. And again, we're not converting these chances. We need to be converting more of these chances. And I'm toying with the idea of just changing the role maybe of the centre forward. Mullen not really getting it right at the moment as Levitt plays it into the penalty area. And it's easily cleared. And Elshnik charging down this right-hand side for Olympia. And we're just about getting back in position to try and deal with it. Kobal now into Goran Stankovic. And now Lasikas back to Ristic. Inside to Agba, and he's got support ahead of him if he can find it. Instead, he goes for goal, and it should have been on target, but luckily for us, it's gone over. Toplak plays it forward. Welsh doing well to intercept and picking it up. There was not really any pressure on him at all. As Dylan Levitt now into Summers, and now Martin, who's taken another knock. He just can't really break into the side. He keeps getting little niggly knocks and things like that, and that's off the post, and it's fallen for Martin now at this back stick. And he tried to play the pass, and it was easily dealt with by Toplak. We're into the 89th minute now. It's a good delivery into the penalty area, and again, Pinto doing well as the substitute goalkeeper makes the claim there and launches it forward under pressure at the back. And in the end, we did well enough to get it away, and Welsh finds Phillips. And now Diop Plays it back to Phillips again. And now Dylan Levitt into Gunn. Martin just holding on to possession. Chance to get it in. Plays it back to Johnston. Back into Martin. Bit of space to run into. Cuts inside into the penalty area. And that's a lovely finish from Dean Martin. We finally take one of those chances. And we have a 2-goal advantage now to take into the away leg. And don't get me wrong, it's been a very dominant performance today. But we really needed that second goal. And going into an away leg, it could be a completely different cup tie. So we've got to be very much on point going into that second leg. I mean, again, we've been completely dominant today. That second goal could be crucial. Here is Gunn. I mean, a third goal would be even better. Into Welsh now. Back to Johnston. Just holding on to it on this right-hand side as Levitt plays it forward. And Dean Martin, again, doing really well, finding that space. And gone back to Levitt. And now Summers gets the strike away and he smashed it off the crossbar. And again, the young midfielder certainly proving that he's worthy of being in this side. And that's a good bit of tackling from Diop there. Into Albanese. Launches it over the top. Summers won't get there, but Mullen does. And Lewis Mullen is in behind. And again, he's not really created the opportunity. But instead, he manages to make the turn. And Dean Martin has bagged his second seconds before the full-time whistle. And again, as we did against Ross County, a very late salvo of a couple of goals. And we've looked a lot more comfortable than we did certainly 5 minutes ago in the game. Certainly a deserved victory. Arguably, we deserve more goals today. But a 3-0 win nonetheless, and it's a really, really good result. Dean Martin, despite having a knock, bagging a brace. Excellent, excellent stuff. And we take a commanding lead going into the second leg, which will come up momentarily. Obviously, we'll just praise Martin there as well. Very good performance. And we've got a game against Livingston to get through, so we'll do that. And then we'll be back for the second leg and hopefully a place in the fourth qualifying round. Okay then, guys, here we go for the second leg against Olympia. Obviously, we're taking a very good lead into this second leg after 2 late goals, secured that 3-0 win for us. And hopefully, we can make our way through relatively easily. We're going up against Lech Poznan or Bashak Shahir, and I'm just having a look to see where they might be. So Bashak Shahir have a 2-1 lead at the moment in that tie, so it's one to keep an eye on. Obviously, we'll be playing them in the next round, providing everything goes well today. A couple of injuries, unfortunately. Luke Messam is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, and Paddy Lane is also missing in action. He'll be out for a week or so, and it's a shame, but it is what it is, and we've got to deal with it. Hickling will go in at left back. Rawdon comes in at centre back with Welsh, and Johnston is at right back with Phillips in goal. Summers goes into that anchor role. He is only 18. We are going to give him a go in that role and see how he gets on with Fletcher and Gunn ahead of him. Albanese and Labe out wide with Vasquez up front. Vasquez has incidentally come to us and said he wants more first team football, obviously with the loan deal for Mullen being a part parcel of it. Vasquez has missed out on a little bit of football, so we are bringing him into the side, and he did score the winner last time out against Livingston in a 1-0 win. So 2 games, 2 wins in the Scottish Premier League. Let's see if we can continue our run here with a second leg victory over Olympia. And like I say, 3-0 from the first leg. We've just got to go out there and just do the job. Albanese picks it up here in the penalty area. It's a good strike. And there is the lead after just 8 minutes. It's 4-0 on aggregate now. And we are coasting into the fourth qualifying round. So obviously, our attention will probably now turn to the other game between Başakşehir and Lech Poznan. And as things stand, it is still 0-0. So we'll see who we'll be facing in the next round potentially. Here is Karamatic. Lays it back to Pinto, who knocks it forward, looking for Zavri. Welsh doing well to he quite comfortably dealt with that, in fact. Here's Summers into Hickling, and now Albanese coming down this left-hand side, plays it into the penalty area. There is Vasquez, and there is the second goal, and we've made a very, very quick start here in Slovenia. 13 minutes gone, 2 goals to the good now, 5-0 on aggregate. I wasn't expecting it to be as comfortable as this. We really have shown our capabilities in this tie so far, and yeah, certainly can't grumble, can we? Zavra into Elshnik, straight away, another highlight following our goal. Here's Lasikas, and now Ristic into Zuzek. Inside to Agba. Lofts it out wide to Korbal. It's a well-worked move this from Olympia, and they've played it into the penalty area, and it's a good claim from Phillips in goal. And highlight is looking set to continue as well, so potentially an attack for ourselves as Karamatic does well to clear it, but Fletcher picks it up now and comes down this left-hand side and finds Albanese, who plays it back to Gunn, and now Labe into Johnston, and it's off the crossbar, and we are very much in control of this tie now. I mean, we were anyway, really. But we are certainly putting Olympia to the sword so far. Here's Zuzek back to Lasikas, and now Kobal into Agba, and now Zuzek back to Lasikas again. Into Zuzek, Ristic. Everything coming down this right-hand side, and Olympia just struggling to find any kind of outlet. And they do try. Varsa pass, and Leib finds Vasquez after the interception, and Vasquez strikes, and it's a poor effort, really. He should be at least hitting the target there, and it goes wide of the post. But Shakshahir lead against Lech Poznan. In fact, no, they don't. Lech Poznan have just equalised. Egg Dogmas putting Başakşehir in front following an equaliser there from Makanowski for Lech Poznan. And a good free kick there from Elshnik. Well kept out by keeper Phillips. And now Elshnik plays it out wide, plays it into the centre, but for Kobal on the edge of the penalty area. And in the end, it comes to nothing, and it remains 2-0 on the night. Elshnik into Karamatic, and it's a very good effort again from the set piece, but just over the bar. And Olympia have bared their teeth a little bit more in this game. They didn't really have much of a look in overall in the match at our place. Obviously, being the home side, they will want to try and build a bit of momentum today, but the damage is already done, really. And it's just a case of us seeing this game out. And we'll tell the lads that they're doing brilliantly and to keep going, because they are. We've been fully in control. Possession-wise, it's been a little bit more even than I would have liked. We do like to keep control of the ball in our system, but fair play to Olympia. They have really raised their game today in this second leg, despite the fact that they are behind. And that is a good effort there. And Damian Ron has his 3rd goal already this season. Once again, it's a goal from a set piece, and Labe with the delivery from the corner. 6-0 now on aggregate. We're very much safely through. It's just a case of how many goals can we get today. And again, I think it's a bit harsh on Olympia today, but over the course of the 2 legs, we very much deserve the scoreline that we have. And Johnston here with a throw into Welsh. And now Ron just holding on to possession and finding Fletcher. Hickling coming down this left-hand side. Chance to play the ball forward if he can find the pass. Instead, he can't. But he lays it inside to Gunn. And to be fair, Gunn did very, very well to nod that back to Rod. Welsh now into Johnston. Has support ahead of him if he can find it. Johnson just coming down this right-hand side. Lays it across. It's a good low cross into the penalty area, really. But it was very easily dealt with by the keeper. Not too much commitment from our forwards to try and get onto the end of it. And Johnston has been caught out here, and Toplak is in behind, and it's a very poor finish. It remains 3-0 on the night. But again, Olympia have created far more opportunities today than they had done previously. Velda has put Lech Poznan in front against Başakşehir. It's 3-3 on aggregate in that match now. And again, both sides, very resilient teams. Not too sure which one I'd prefer to play against, as Toplak plays it in, and it actually came back off the post and found Elshnik, and Olympia have a deserved goal in this second leg. 6-1 on aggregate. A couple of players just struggling a little bit for fitness, but we'll probably just let the game play out from here. Toplak getting in behind again. He's having a very good second half, Toplak, incidentally. Here's Karamatic, back to Toplak, and now Agba. Good strike, and Phillips punches it clear. It would appear that we have just fallen asleep a little bit, really, here. We don't really seem to have any oomph left in us in this game. Obviously, the tie is done, but we want to keep up our winning run, and at 3-1 here, I mean, looking at the number of chances, Olympia have actually overtaken us in the game. We've had 7 attempts on target from 14, and we've really slowed down in the match. Kobal with a delivery into the penalty area, and again the header from Karamatic goes over the bar. And in this second leg, we've ended up being outplayed a little bit in terms of chance creation. They've just gone all-out attack, really. But it was too little too late. And a 3-1 win in this second leg, 6-1 on aggregate. Overall, I'm very happy with the performance. We did let them back into it a little bit, but the damage was already done. And we finished the job reasonably convincingly. Lech Poznan have beaten Başakşehir on penalties. So we're going up against Polish side Lech Poznan in the next qualifying round. It's going to be a very tough tie, that one. We've received £86,000 for playing in that game. Obviously, we're in the Conference League. The financial benefits, not really as exciting as that of the Europa League or the Champions League, as you can imagine. And the games are going to be coming thick and fast. We've only got a Viaplay Cup tie against Ross County before the first leg away from home against Lech Poznan. So we'll get that cup tie out of the way and we'll come back for Lech Poznan tomorrow, because this Conference League running could be very important for us. And we'll give the Kilmarnock game a miss there as well. And after that, obviously, we'll have the transfer window finish as well. Incidentally, we have only made one sale. Seager actually rejected some loan moves. Who did we? But he did go to Dundee United in the end. £16,000 loan fee there. And Ivo van der Graaf, he was in our reserves. £45,000 move to Kilmarnock. So Lech Poznan to come tomorrow. Just the one cup tie to get through before that. And yeah, all systems go in our European campaign, hopefully. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.